Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Danjer Collecting Pickups. Today what we're going to talk about is Fan Expo 2016. Obviously it took place in Toronto. Everyone that I know that went had a tremendous time. It was, for myself, an awesome experience, as well as a little bit of a reward for the planning and fundraising that occurred with my wedding coming up in a couple weeks, in tandem with the recent Motor City Comic Con in Detroit. So first we're going to look at what you got in the goodie bag. Obviously there was a program. I had the premium package with the deluxe band. I was able to organize a couple things through agents, so I didn't go the VIP way, and I was able to achieve everything. But got the Civil War II cover book in there, a couple Tiny Titans Transformers, your traditional Fan Expo shirt with the year. What I wasn't expecting but was happy to get was the Star Trek 50th anniversary lunchbox or tin. There's the Enterprise in the front. It has some 50th anniversary branding on the side. And finally there's the team right there, alright, with the exclusive sticker. Alright, so that was great to get. And then on top of that, just a couple throw-ins that were with the bag included some promotional material. Star Wars, oops, and that's upside down. That was Frank Miller from Dark Knight, which I'll probably give to my friend. And I went with a Stan Lee bag. All right, you had a choice of different bags, and I went with this because of the fact it was the 50th. It was his final Canadian appearance. Sorry, I was referencing Star Trek there for a second, but and on the back side you just had your year and location for Fan Expo in Toronto. All right, so that was great. That will kick us off into a number of different things that we'll show you in a second here. I guess the pros and cons for me going to the con in general, it was a fantastic experience. The only con was that I actually was supposed to leave early Friday morning at 5:30 to get the first train in to Toronto. I had set up a private meet and greet with one of the special guests. But for a number of reasons I had to miss that train. Literally saw it going away, and got the next one at 9 a.m. But everything worked out. Able to set up some stuff, which we'll talk about in a second. Alright, so moving forward, no particular order, was able to get an Ant-Man pop. This concludes my iteration of the Ant-Man tiny to giant size Ant-Man, or Giant Man. And also, we're able to get a number of things signed. So I guess one of my primary goals was to meet some guests, and then also some artists, talk to some artists and different individual guests actually and their agents, to possibly bring them to a local con here in the future, possibly next year, not this year, due to proximity and the amount of time left. But one of the cool things was that since the Motor City Con in Detroit, I had some Sharpies, different colors, and it's ironic with all these Sharpies, every guest or artist, I was able to get them to use this and get the Sharpie back. So it's weird how these pens actually mean something to me, which is really strange. But just going through some books that we're able to get signed. Here is Spider-Man Cho cover. So Frank was there, I was able to get that. That was great. Here we have another Iron Man cover. All right, both of those books I was able to get from Scott at Paper Heroes. Here we have Edge of Spider-Verse. It's a variant cover that was signed by Greg Land. And then getting into some of the cooler stuff, got Azzarello to sign Wonder Woman #1. And then finally moving on to Francis to sign Flash #1 from New 52. Jay was in town, obviously, and I could have got this at home, but since he was there, I just wanted to go talk to him, and was able to get this Suicide Squad variant that I got from Sean at Rogues with Thanks, signed by Jay. All right. Now, one of the cool things also from Sean at Rogues, I kind of fell in love with this book right away, being an animated series fan. This was the DK3 Book 1 variant cover by Bruce Timm. And it was a Dynamic Forces with the COA on the back. But I was able to bring this and get this signed by the DK team, including Kevin Conroy. All right. So you have Miller, you have Jansen, Azzarello, Hubert, and Kevin Conroy. Now, the ironic thing with this here with Kevin was that he was literally in the next room over from me at the York, at the Royal York in Toronto, and I saw him going up and down the elevator like every day, and we bumped each other, and I could have asked for him for his autograph, but I just thought, I'll just go see him in line and stuff. So that was probably one of the first of the cool things. All right, the other was I got a book. This was from my friend Scott, and this is a 1 in 500 variant Star Wars Casada sketch cover. And with this one here, I was able to see Quesada, obviously, and I got that sign there. And on the Sunday, long story short, Mark Hamill's line was growing very short, down to like 6 people, and he was actually a little bit cheaper than regular. So I was able to bring this book over, meet to him, talk to him for a little bit. Was actually the last person in line with Mark Hamill, which has some ironic significance, which I'll talk about in the near future. And I literally got him to sign this, and then just talked very quickly for a bit, and then he went on his way. So that's a great book in itself, and then got Quesada and Hamill to sign that. Now moving on, I was able to meet the great Stan Lee, obviously, and I got a number of books signed. There you go, there's one signed by Stan, and another one here. This book was from Scott at Paper Heroes. Got that signed in gold, and then I got this book from Sean at Rogues. But I love this cover, Hillebrand, and got that signed by Stan as well. All right, so we'll talk about Stan a little bit in the near future. All right, moving on to more signings. I brought my Nintendo cards. The voice actor Charles from Super Mario, or Super Mario himself, Mario, was there, and I didn't know which cart to get signed, so I let him pick, and actually he picked number 3. And there's the card right there, and it says woohoo, and here we go. And then he signed it, obviously. All right, so it's hard to see right there a little bit, but it looks great in person. All right, he also did a quick voiceover for my son, which I'll post on YouTube and post in the near future. So be sure to check that out. Now, I was talking earlier about the irony with Mark Hamill being pretty much the last in line before he took off on Sunday. And on Saturday night, I was literally the last in line to see Bill Shatner. 50th anniversary of Star Trek. Was able to get a little bit of a deal on the autograph and stuff, but I had him set of course. I had him write out something here to my son Danjer. It just, as you can see there, set a course for the stars. So he did that. That was great. All right. It seems like all the last appearances are really funny. Like I'm talking about Mark Hamill, talked about Bill Shatner, and now we're gonna talk about Stan Lee. All right, so on Sunday, I think I mentioned that I was supposed to see him Friday morning. I had a private meet and greet, and was going to get some books signed, which I got the book signed, but I didn't have the chance to get a photo op. He was just too tired. But anyways, was able to be the last person in line in Group 5. Actually, I was a little bit farther up, and then after I heard that it was the last group at his final Canadian appearance, decided to go get the back line, and then I had a chance very briefly to talk to him at the end, so I had the great honor of, I guess you could say, seeing him off in his final appearance in Canada. All right, so that was a great experience, and also we were able to get some books, help my friend, or brother-in-law, Patrick, complete his ROM collection, or actually near complete his ROM collection, and then got something signed for my friend Jason. All right, last but not least, before we move on, I was able to get a number of things signed by Stan. All right, here is a splash done by my friend Tony. I fell in love with his work like a long time ago and stuff, but he just nailed it, like with Romita here, like after Romita, I should say. And Stan obviously signed that, and I got the Excelsior sticker. But as you can see there, it's just amazing. All right, and then since I'm writing a book and we're working in collaboration with Tony to create a book for my son Ryder, aka Danjer, we've just been having fun. We're doing a number of things. One, there will be a big reveal coming up on a wedding day in a couple weeks, and from there, also got him Stan to sign the cover of the original artwork for Danjer's Amazing Fantasy, as you can see there, with the Excelsior sticker once again. All right. And that's about it. Again, I kind of hinted about some artwork coming up in the future. Stan saw that as well, and he signed it. He was kind of laughing in a good way. But yeah, it was a great experience overall. It was fun to go to Fan Expo. Got some stuff for some friends. Met Stan, met Bill, Mark. I achieved pretty much all my goals. I would have liked to have gone a couple more Q&As, but I think I did very well considering. And according to everyone else that went, they also had a great time. So that's it for another edition of Danger Collecting and Pickups. Hope you guys are all well, and have a great day.